Brothers and sisters, let us begin our day, our session by a song. Breathing in the very first song. Ready? Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. I am blooming as a flower, I am fresh as the earth, I am solid as a mountain, I am firm as the earth, I am free. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. I am water reflecting what is real, what is true, and I feel the space deep inside of me. I am free, I am free, I am free. Thank you. Good afternoon, my dear brothers, sisters, and friends. Today is January 22nd, 2011. We are having our monthly mindfulness day. I hope we all enjoy our day so far. I would like to welcome you all to a beautiful day. Also outside, clear sky, sunshine, and not too cold. And inside the temple, we also very cozy with our brothers and sisters and the practice. If we are mindful enough and we can realize how happiness we have, how happy we are. As I mentioned this morning, there is nothing can compare with the practice. Because since and soon we practice, many things can be possible. And look like we have more positives. We have more energy in our mind and in our body. Sometimes people deal with a lot of suffering in their daily life, lot of anxieties, lot of sorrows, and they feel that they do not want to continue their life. They want to finish their life as soon as possible. And that is not the way to solve the problem. Some people, they committed to suicide because they have done a lot of wrong things. And they want to exist, they want to get rid of this life. And that is not the point, that is not the way to solve the problem. If we are mindful enough, we can realize that we have used this body, have done wrong things in the past, and now we have to use this body to do good things again. What we call reuse. We have used it not mindful enough, now we need to reuse it. And before we reuse it, we need to cleansing, we need to clean up. Exactly, we already have the mirror. And the mirror always shine and reflect. And the only thing is, because we are not mindful, we have cover, we have let the dust stay firmly on the mirror. And now what we need, we want to use the mirror again. We clean the dust, and then we have the shining the mirror again. And that is the word practice means. Practice means cultivating, reuse, redo, rebuild, fix, renovate. Depends on each of the situation, and you can name the word practice, and you can explain, you can define, you can give the definition for the word tu, the word practice, in different ways. I have talked a lot with young people when they come to see me or when they email me. They share their life, they share their suffer, and I have emailed them back, or I talk with them on the phone, or I see them directly, and I have tell them the same. Do not mistreat your body. And remember during the relaxation this afternoon, I mentioned, use this body as the raft to cross over the ocean of suffering, and then you will arrive to the destination of happiness. The word paramita. Paramita means the perfectly arrival. This is the shore of happiness. This is the end of suffering. And between these two ends, the middle is the ocean of suffering. And we are now swimming in the ocean of suffering, and we try to get to the shore of happiness. And when we're able to arrive to this shore, and this place over here called paramita, Paul called saha. Saha means bravo, I arrived. I have arrived. Do you remember a few days ago we have a lot of snow, like 20 or 21 centimeter, and lot of car and lot of vehicles stuck in the parking lot. Some of them came to visit the temple for 5 minutes, they come out, they cannot move the car. They have to jump in their car and try to drive, and we try to push. And some of us push, they drive, and after they can move the car out, we're all happy, we say, bravo, well done. That's called saha. Saha means after a long try, a long fight with negatives, you arrive to the destination of the happiness. You can solve the problem. I don't know whether you have feel that way or not. Like after a hard time dealing with problems, and one day everything solved. How do you feel? Very light, very happy. And remember, in that minute, the minute you're happy with all the problems has been solved, that is the saha. Buddhi means awaken. Buddhi saha, Buddhi means awaken. Buddhi means enlightenment, and I arrived to that destination of awakening. In the past, I sunk myself in the ocean of ignorance. I have sunk myself in that kind of ocean, and because of that ignorance, because of that blind faith, I have done so many things wrong. And that leads me continue on the path of mistakes, on the path of wrongdoings. But now, soon I transform myself. The word ignorance become wisdom, become insight. Life is like that. Over here and over here. Awakening and ignorance is only two faces of a hand. You did not know how to flip over, you always see black. But know how to flip over, you see some white. And I used to say, in the white there is some dark. If we have nothing wrong, then there's nothing to say, nothing to practice. the word practice is not possible. And because we have lots of things wrong, that's why life is possible. And the techniques of solving the problems are many. That's why we call the Dharma. Dharma means the way, the path. Dharma will become a great protector. So that's why we call Dharma protector. Before you want to become the Dharma protector, let the Dharma protect us first. Can you see we can flip over the word? We can declare, I want to be the Dharma protector. We can flip over the word. Let the Dharma protect us first. In Vietnamese we call Hộ Pháp. Hộ means protect. Pháp means Dharma. You want to be the one who protects the Dharma. And then we can flip the word over. Pháp Hộ. Pháp means Dharma. Hộ means protect. Let the Dharma protect you first before you can become the one who protects the Dharma. For example, when you want to advertise the medical, first let the medical treat you first, heal you first. Since then you can experience how beautiful of this medication and you're willing to advertise. Usually people sign as the member of some medication factory. The factory used to advertise them first. Take this kind of vitamin first. After they're done, they become the one who advertise. If you go to Costco, you go to where else? Some places that they have a small booth and they do some advertise on the food, on the snacks, and you pass by, they say, try. They know that 100 people that they advertise, at least 10 or 20 people or 50 people will buy the products. They are the good advertiser for the product. So Dharma protector means the one who is able to protect, who supports the path, the way. And let us walk on the way, on the path first. For example, I am one of the Dharma protector. Why is that? Because the Dharma have protect and support me for many years. And I live my life happy. I live my life in peace, in joyfulness, because I have walked on the path of the Dharma. And I've realized the Dharma, the path of the Dharma, great. The path of the Dharma able to embrace and transform my negatives. So now I advertise it to you. I share with you. Never tire. And you know that in Buddhism, how come we have so many images of the Buddhas? Just within our main hall, you already see a few different statues of the Buddha. Why we have a lot of the Buddhas like that? And each of them look different. Some of them are doing like this, some of them meditation, and some of them look very mean. Why is that? You know that because our daily life, the two senses that make us happy or unhappy, because of course 6 senses, but the 2 important ones are the eyes and the ear. Something you look, you're angry. Something you look, you're unhappy. Something you look, you feel pleasure. Something you look, more desire, more compassion, more negatives. In order to help to protect what you see. So why don't you see the image of the Buddha? So every time when you look at the Buddha, it makes your eyes feel, you contact with the good. And since then you cultivate the best, the better, or the good in you. Can you see what I mean? Let's say if you go to a movie, and if you are mindful to watch, to select the movie to watch, and that movie able to give you more learning, or pleasure, or more violence, more passions. Some of the movies totally bring us nothing, just more violence, more scary, more desire, more passion. That's it. But we're willing to sit there for an hour or more to look and to listen. But after the movie finished, what happened? We are nothing. Just beside that, we just increase more violence, more passion, more scary in us. But some of the picture, some of the movie, some of the video clip that able to make you feel more compassionate, more loving kindness, more insight, more learning. So there are two ways, basically, that every day we contact. If we don't contact by eyes, we will contact by ears. So, for example, if today you don't come here to practice, you can stay home and watch movie. You can go shopping, you look, you select, and you spend. But now you come here, you relax, you enjoy, you get full, and you save. You save your money. But the more we do window shopping, the more we buy. Sometimes we never know whether we use them or not, but because they're so cheap, they're on sale, so why don't we buy it? So when you know how to choose a good place to stay, the good environment to live in, protect us. So the environment can become the Dharma protector. We come here, this place, this Sangha, this day can become the Dharma protector in different form. Don't think that, the Dharma protector in the way of, Bodhisattva, with the sword in hand, with the flower in hand. No, they can embody, they can manifest in many ways. For instance, today, we come here just to walk slowly, to eat mindfully, but many Dharma protectors downstairs, they have worked hardly to give us some food, to give us the meal. They are the Dharma protector. Why they do that? Because they want us to practice. So if we practice so well, we are their Dharma protector. Can you see what I mean? So chanting, sitting meditation, walking meditation, total relaxation, listen to the Dharma talks, enjoy the silent meal, they are all the Dharma protector. Sometimes you are first come to the mindfulness day, some of the things you never know. So one of your friends sit beside you, will give you support. Please follow me. We cannot talk when we eat. Be mindful when you eat. Oh, thank you for your reminding. So the one who reminds us, they are our Dhamma protector. Looking at the altar, you see the 3 statues of the Buddha standing very close to the incense burner. Over here, we call the Bodhisattva of compassionate. Over here, the Bodhisattva of encouragement. So they are the two Dhamma protector. You compassionate, but doesn't mean you are not strong. So Bodhisattva over here symbolizes for your strongly, your strongness. Over here symbolizes for compassionate. I have the loving kindness, but doesn't mean whatever people tell me to do and I will do without any reflecting. Do you see what I mean? Be strong, be stable. When you go to, if you are the nurse, and you are nursing some senior, and you know that they are unable to eat a lot of sweet stuff. But you know, senior, they used to forget. And if the more they try to not to, and the more they are craving for something. So they always ask you for more candies, more sweet stuff. But if you say, oh, I love you, I'm very compassionate for you, and then you give them a lot of sweet things, that doesn't mean loving kindness. You have to be strong, no matter what they say. But we have to protect them by not let them to eat too much stuff, sweet. Look like you mean, but in that kind of mean action contain a lot of loving kindness. So in Buddhism, we never say we can exist by one thing only. No. This supports something. Something supports this. In the compassionate, in the loving kindness, there is strongness. In the encouragement, there is loving kindness. In the very mean action, contain a lot of loving kindness. When we have the deep understanding, the insight, we're able to realize that. If not, we can't. And many of us, we just judge someone or something by the outlook only, by the surface only. And we try to judgments for something. But remember, if we don't have the right view, we cannot have the right thought. If we don't have the right thought, it leads us to wrong action, wrong speech, wrong effort, wrong concentration. If one thing is right, it will lead us to many other rights. Right view, right action, right effort, right speech, right livelihood, right concentration. They are linking to each other. So why in Buddhism we say emptiness? Nothing can exist independent. Everything is go along with others. For instance, you say the bell is made by metal. Simple, too simple. If you look wider, if you look deeper, if we look into the bell, look at the bell with our deep looking, and we can realize this bell is made by many elements. Metal itself cannot independently exist for the bell. This bell exists with many other things. Copper, or iron, or gold cannot become the bell itself. Need fire. The one who make it. And who is the maker? How can he live? He lives by rice, by water. Or if you sit down and you try to define, things that make things, we cannot count. That's why in Buddhism we use the term countless elements, countless conditions. One condition cannot make anything. Many conditions, things can be possible. For example, Thầy is one of the conditions. You are one of the conditions. Today is one of the conditions. This facility is one of the conditions. Many conditions will come together. The mindfulness day of January 22nd is possible. But to find what is called mindfulness day, we cannot have. The Saturday is not mindfulness day. January 21st is not mindfulness day. Thầy is not the mindfulness day. You are not the mindfulness day. We are from nothing, right? But now many nothings, they come together called mindfulness day. But to find what is mindfulness day, we cannot find it. Empty. Can you see what I mean by that? So emptiness in Buddhism doesn't mean nothing completely, but it means something temporary. This mindfulness day is also combined, composed, union by many elements, by many conditions. Another 2 hours, the mindfulness day will be disappear. So nothing, it's emptiness. Emptiness means everything come together, but just temporary. When they have enough conditions, they will come together. When they have enough conditions, they will be disappear. The enough condition of ending is 5 o'clock, end of the day. We decide. You have something else to do. So each of us will manifest in other directions. Now you are the retreatants. You embody as the retreatant. Thầy embody or manifest as a monk, as a preacher. But after that, you go home, you manifest a mother, a wife, a grandma, or something else. And you can see how flexible we are, how we can embody in many forms, but nothing is attached. You don't have to come up here, stay here in order to call Dharma talk. You can give Dharma talk in many ways. The way you behave, the way you talk, the way you come together. You can give people around you a good lecture because you are the good example. Like the master, he doesn't teach me much by words, but I learn from him a lot by his action. Whatever he decides to do, he never regret and never give up. He will do with all his best, without any complaint. And then sometimes I feel that I cannot compare. I used to complain. Easy to give up. But if I look at him, his action, his work is already a Dharma talk for me. So if we are mindful enough, we can realize we are the Bodhisattva, we are the Dharma protector, we are giving a lot of Dharma talks already during the day, silently. No one can tell. And if that happens, we cultivate the eyes of compassionate, the heart of loving kindness, and we love someone who have sacrificed for what they believe. Sometimes they believe they have to sacrifice for their God, for their saint, for their hero, and they also can become the hero. In a very general way of looking, we can name them enemy, evil. But with the heart of loving kindness, we can see that they are the victim of the believer, of the faith. They are the victim that has been used by someone else. And because of their faith, because of their understanding is not deep enough, their understanding is not wide enough, that's why they have committed to suicide as a bomber. We love them. But we love them doesn't mean we just let them do whatever they want. We will try to do something to protect and to let them understand their wrong actions, their wrong behavior, their wrong thinking, their wrong view. See, because they have the wrong view may lead them to the wrong action, to the wrong thought, to the wrong effort. Instead of the right effort, they do wrong effort. So that's why in the Four Noble Truths, the last Noble Truth called the path of liberation, the way to lead you to the liberation are the 8 Noble Paths. And the very first one, what we call is the right view. But we cannot separate them. We cannot say right view, right thought, right livelihood. We name them, but we know exactly in one contain the other 7. By looking at us, we can tell, oh, Thầy, Denise, Diane, we all made by many elements. Yeah. This afternoon we have curry, we have pumpkin, we have spring rolls, we have sticky rice, we have noodles, a lot of food. We are made by many different elements. But I cannot say I am pumpkin or I am sticky rice. Many come to one. One go back to many. You are in me. And all one word that I share will go to all of you. So I am in all of you. You are in me. If we can see that, we are one with many, we are one of others, we do not dare to do something to hurt other. Because when we hurt the other in the same way, we hurt ourselves. You may say, young people may say, this is my own body, I can do whatever I want. No one have the right to say anything. That's just because they don't see clearly they are one with their parents. If they're sick, the parents suffer. The parents have to take care for them. The parents sick the same as they do. So if the young people see clearly that they are one with their parents, they will choose, they will live the way of life more mindful. Because when they know how to protect for their own life, for their own body, that means they protect their parents. In our daily life, we have lot of persecution, but in many forms. Doesn't mean people, hitting us by hands or by weapons, but sometimes we deal with persecution by verbals, by thinking. I have talked to a man who shared with me. He lived with the father, but because he doesn't have the communication with his dad. Sometimes they stay in the same house for a week, but they never talk to each other. The father never talk to him. Even if he do something wrong, the father still keeps silent and just ignore him. He told me he totally suffer. The father hit him, beat him up, say something. He still feel more relaxed, better than the father just ignore him. It is a kind of persecution. Persecution doesn't mean when people doing something, hard on your body. But sometimes the way they act, the way they talk, the way they think can enough to suffer us. We have to practice to see the background of this person. I have a lady who suffer a lot because of her husband. One day, she found out what's wrong with him. Now she can understand the why her husband have treated her in that way, because the husband doesn't have a good childhood. When the husband was a young boy, he was persecuted by the parents, by relatives. And you can imagine a young boy was nourished by all the negatives since he was young up to when he grew up. So he cannot have all the choice to live with, only one choice. For example, if you live in Vietnam, 100% Asian, you never know what is pizza. You never know what is spaghetti. You never know what is called cheesecake. You only have Asian food. But you just strictly with that because you have nothing else to know, to make the choice, or to learn, or to taste, or to try. Same thing. Since we were young, we live in a kind of environment, and that environment nourishes us in that way, squeezing us in that kind of frame. And when we grow up, we also that kind of frame. I don't have much memories as a happy child, because I have lived in Vietnam since 1974 up to 1986. At that time, Vietnam is very poor, very, very poor. As 7 years old, I already know how to grocery because I automatically realize I have to help my mom. So I don't play much. And even you want to play, no toys, nothing. Then at 9 years old, I already help a lot in my family. But I'm lucky because that I know the Dharma. I have learned the Dharma since I'm 7. So the Dharma gives me a lot of light, a lot of support. I don't feel bad with that. So I don't turn myself become the negative child or a negative person when I grow up. But instead, when I reflect at my life now, I can see that I have enough or more than enough. So I never request for anything more. Everything I have, I feel enough. And I try my best to share with other people. Share with young people in Vietnam. So all the donation that people make for me, I used to share back with a lot of families in Vietnam. Because now I have the place to stay, I'm warm enough, nothing else that I want. The less the less request you have, the more relaxed you are. I don't have a digital camera. I don't know how to use them. But I'm fine. I don't feel that I have to have them. If you have something, that's fine. If you don't have, be happy. You will only happy when you're able to cultivate that kind of way of living. And remember, if we go back to look, reflect inner more and more, you have more relaxed and happy. If we just look outside, the more we look, the more we want, the more we desire. And desire never end. Desire only bring us more suffer, more unhappy, more unpleasant feelings. If we know how to live in that way, our life is very long. In physical, long means because you have lack of worries. That's why you're able to continue your physical body in a healthy condition. But in a deeper way of looking, long life symbolize for you have a day with more happiness. Two ways of understanding the word long life. Less of worry, long life. Someday we feel, a day is so long. We want the day to overcome, to be over as fast as it can, because we cannot stand this kind of suffering. That's why when you look at the Buddha statue and image, you see the Buddha always have long ears. Long ears symbolize for the one who have long life. Why long life? Because you're able to listen to your own suffering. You're able to listen to your own feelings, and you learn the way to transform your emotions, your anxiety. You're able to transform to make your life much better, and soon your life has become better. Your day is longer and better and happy. So long life doesn't mean your age or your lifespan, but your feelings. Do you see what I mean by that? Let example. We all go to bed. But how comes someday we sleep so well and someday we totally cannot sleep? And you can tell. The day you cannot sleep because you have things to worry. And the day you sleep so well because nothing to worry. No one doing anything. So the day you can sleep well because you have nothing to worry. You go to bed, you relax, you enjoy, you sleep. Long life. Sometimes you sleep very short, but deep. But that's much better than many hours. We sleep but with tiredness. Very tired. Sometimes nobody persecutes us. We persecute ourselves. If I see you and I say, hey, you are a bad person or something, we receive that words, we mistreat us, we persecute ourselves. We don't eat, we don't drink, we anxiety, we angry, we get mad with people around us. You see, a person saying something to you, you know that is something negative. You know it negative, so if you take it with you for a long day, you persecute yourself. Nobody persecutes you by hands, by nothing. They persecute us by their words. We persecute ourselves by the way we hear. And we mistreat ourselves by how we take the word seriously. I mentioned many times, if I hold up the piece of paper and I ask, do you see something? Instead of saying, yes, I see the piece of paper, we never say that. I see a dot on a piece of paper. We used to do that. We used to willing to see a dot on a piece of paper rather than we see the whole piece of paper. We have 24 hours. Let's say if some 8 hours at work with negative, 8 hours with another 16 hours of happiness is nothing. But we're willing to live with these 8 hours, then we're willing to destroy the other 16 hours left. Do you see the meaning of persecution? Sometimes we judge ourselves. We make ourselves out, we suffer ourselves. No one suffers us. By the way we see, we're able to persecute us. The way we hear, the way we listen, we're able to mistreat us. We also make us unhappy. So that's why you see sometimes in Buddhism we saw the divine eyes, the eyes of heaven, the ears of heaven. What does that mean? Does it mean you can listen 1,000 distance away? But the power of listening deeply and you're able to transform, you're able to make the words become something for your practice. That's called the eye, the ears of heaven. Heavenly eyes, heavenly ears, long ear. Listening deeply to the Dharma, you have a long life. The life, one day you live with happiness, better than 1 month we are alive with suffering. So in the Dhammapada, the Buddha said, 1 hour of living with mindfulness better than a day we live with a lot of suffering. Sometimes we suffer for a year, but just 1 hour of listening to the Dhamma talk, the Dhamma talk in 1 hour, able to relieve 1 year of suffering or 1 life of suffering. Have you ever experienced about that? Sometimes we stuck for many days. We carry that rock with us for many days. But one day people come and let us know, do you know you are carrying a piece of rock? Really? I didn't know it's a rock. What can I do with this? That person will say, why don't you try to let it down? Really? I can able to let it down? Now we put it down. Wow, I can see the difference between carrying a rock and leave it down. Before I finish this talk, I want to share you something. If I lift up this glass of water, and I will ask you how much this glass of water weight, you may say maybe 20 grams, 30 grams. Doesn't matter how many grams. The matter is how much time I hold it. It's not heavy. But if I hold a cup of water like this for half an hour, it will become problem. I lift it up, I lift it down. 5 minutes, I lift it up, I lift it down. I can do this 100 times a day for fine, for happy. But if even this cup of water is no water, just a cup, okay, very light, but I hold like this for an hour, I hold like this for 2 hours, will become problems. Can you see what I mean by this example? The words people said, the way people act to you is not the matter. The matter is how much time you hold it. The glass of water I can hold like this. There's nothing wrong, right? But if I hold like this for half an hour, become problem. I hold 1 day, it's become problem. So don't worry about how much this glass of water weighs. The point is how long you hold it. You hold it long, it's become major problem. Can you see this example? And if we can learn that, this is the Dharma. Someday, live it down. In this life, there's no way that we can live it down forever. Someday you must live it up. One day you still live in life, one day you have to deal with problems. That's the way of life. But that doesn't mean you have no prescription, you have no way to solve it. You are well today, you will sick tomorrow, but don't worry, when you're sick, you take some pills. When it heals, leave it down. You cannot bring that Tylenol, the jar of Tylenol with you all the time. Leave it in the drawer so someone can share. Can you see what I mean by that? We have to learn how to relieve, how to release things that we have held for a long time. I like the story of the glass of water. Let's say this bell is heavy, but you still can lift it up and carry from here to there easily. But if you hold the bell up like that for an hour, it will become very heavy. You will feel sore for your shoulder, or you hurt your hands or your arms. Not the matter how much this glass weighs. The matter is how much time you hold it. Thank you for your listening. And today we have 6 questions, and I believe with this combination of all the questions you have for me, I have shared in the talk. Did you all satisfy with the question you made? You have 6 questions. You give me 6 different kinds of vegetables. But because I know how to cook, that's why I can make you a dish of stir-fry vegetables. So not the matter what kind of vegetables you have. The matter is you know how to cook them or not. They are very useful to eat. You know how to eat them or not is the point. So life can offer you chili, bitter melon, lemon, vinegar, many different tastes. But if you are wise, you can mix them and make them become some food. Sometimes you go to the restaurant, you will call, can I have 1 bowl of sweet and sour soup? That means a little bit sour, a little bit sweet. So if this like something sour, fine, because someday you like something sour. You like chili, you like bitter melon. Then life gives us many different tastes. The point is we know how to taste them. We know how to make the food. Thank you for your time, your listening. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Breathing in, I am aware of the present moment. Breathing out, I enjoy this wonderful moment. Breathing in, I can realize the fortunate that I have. Breathing out, I smile with all the fortunates that I have. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I calm my mind. The body and the mind are totally calm and relaxed.